Dear brothers and sisters, Namaste from Uganda. Let's bring our attention to the central channel, to our Sahasraras by taking home 3 times. With deep reason. Oh. 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 Check your vibrations. Sahasrara. It's right. Let's do it. So, down. We do namaskar. We raise in Kundalini. No. Raise in Kundalini. Second time. Second. No. Raise in Kundalini third time. No. Now we take in Bandhan for Muladhara chakra. Swadhisthana chakra. Punaki chakra. Pranahata chakra. Vishuddhi chakra. Agya chakra. Take the Ganesha mantra 2 times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Followed by 12 names of Shri Ganesha. Shri Sumukha, short mantra. Om Tvaniva Sakshat Shri Sumukha Namo Namaha. Shri Kadanta. Om Tvaniva Sakshat Shri Ekadanta Namo Namaha. Shri Kapila. Om Tvaniva Sakshat Shri Kapila Namo Namaha. Shri Gaja Kamal Kamaka. Om Tvaniva Sakshat Shri Gaja Kamaka Namo Namaha. Shri Lambodara. Om Tvaniva Sakshat Shri Lambodara Namo Namaha. Shri Vikata. Om Tvaniva Sakshat Shri Vikata Namo Namaha. Shri Vignanasha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vignanasha Namo Namaha. Shri Ganathipa. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganathipa Namo Namaha. Shri Dhumraketu. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Dhumraketu Namo Namaha. Shri Ganadyaksha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganadyaksha Namo Namaha. Shri Palachanda. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Palachandra Namo. Shri Gajana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gajanana Namo. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo. Please, Shri Mataji, give your divine attention to this meditation. Please accept our prayers in this morning. Please give your divine attention to Uganda and whole Africa. After the practical said it, so project yourself in such a way that you humble down to the feet of your Guru. And now ask for necessary temperaments needed for meditation, or atmosphere needed for meditation. Surrender our ego, Srimataji, to your lotus feet, and we take a mantra, Shri Mahat Ahamkar. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahat Ahamkara Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahat Ahamkara Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. As well, we surrender our super ego to lotus feet of our Mother by taking mantra Shri Mahat Manasa. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahat Manasa Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahat Manasa Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. With our attention to Muladhara, Nagya Chakra. Let's take a mantra Shri Omkara to awaken more fully Shri Ganesha in the Muladhara Chakra and Shri Jesus Nagya Chakra. Take 2 times Shri Omkara. Om Svadeva Sakshat Shri Omkara Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Svadeva Sakshat Shri Omkara Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo. Let's play full incarnations of Sri Adishakti. Full mantra Sri Adishakti. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Sakshat Shri Adishakti Namo Namaha. Let's offer to Shri Mataji lotus feet today's prayer for Rajalakshmi. Jaya Jaya Durga Nashini Kamini Sarva Phala Prada Shastra Maye Radha Gaja Turanga Padati Samavruta Parijana Mandita Loka Nute Hari Hara Brahma Supujita Sevita Sana Nivarini Pada Yute Jaya Jaya He Madhu Sudana Kamini Raja Lakshmi Shri Nirmala Devi Sada Palayamam Jaya Jaya Durga Nashini Kamini Sarva Phala Prada Shastra Maye Radha Gaja Turaga Padati Samavruta Parijana Mandita Lokanute Hari Hara Brahma Supujita Sevita Tapa Nivarini Pada Nute Jaya Jaya He Madhu Sudana Kamini Raja Lakshmi Shri Nirmala Devi Palayama. Let's meditate a while. Before we listen to Shri Mataji's speech, let's offer following prayers originally given to Shri Mataji. Take away my soul, give me a witness state by which I see the whole drama. Let me never despise others and criticize others. Let me see my mistake, not others. As well, Mother recommends to ask only for ourselves. Please protect me at your feet. Give me space at your feet. Take this drop in your ocean. Whatever impurity I have, please remove. Now we're going to watch the Mataji speech from 1983, Mother Power.
You can also see in the consciousness of human beings. I am saying not only men but women also and men. The consciousness is moving more towards the feminine expression of life. But as stupid as human beings are, the feminists also have been very stupid, that they are fighting on the level of rationality, of economics, of politics, all useless things. Equality on all these things, if they are to be sought, you become men. You just become like men. If you are argumentative, if you are rational, if you talk like man, it's a masculine development. But the mother's development, the feminine development, is not equality in the way the men have been stupid. No use competing with men in their stupidity. The amount of stupidity has been created already for us quite sufficiently. The whole world is today is expressing that nonsense that they had, the competition, the aggression, the oppression. So the other side of the woman, which was called as the dominated one, the dark side, the oppressed and all that, has to express itself in a different way. The whole mode, the style has to change. See now, in Christianity, one should understand why Christianity, even Judaism, any religion, even Hinduism and all that. But more in Christianity, surprising. They just had no place for Mary, and Muslims even crowned it by completely cancelling Fatima. And on top of that, you will see that among Christians, I think that ordination, or what you call that, is not given to the women, while Christ was not born of a man. But that does not in any way mean that you compete men in their foolish enterprises, by which they have practically brought this world to such a ruinous state. So today we have to understand that it is the time for the motherly qualities to develop. Even a man, when he becomes motherly, only he becomes a great man. Like Christ, when he had compassion, he was called as a great man. So the quality of a woman as a mother, goddess is always as a mother. And she is the power most important to ignite Sahaja Yoga. Now how she ignites, I'll tell you. I'll give an analogy, but analogy should not be carried too far. As wise Sahaja Yogis, you should not carry it too far. Say there's a zero, it has no meaning. In the same way, God Almighty has no meaning till you put some sort of 1 or 2 before it. It's a zero. It has an existence, but it has no capacity or a power to express itself. So it's a zero. Like that, we should say the masculine growth is a zero. Another analogy I'll give you to understand it, that if you see the very high power wires, you see, going over your heads, they are absolutely harmless. There's no trouble. In Delhi there was a suggestion that there's a very big plot of land available where there are high power wires are going, and we can have it for free. But I asked, what's the problem? They said only if earth gets connected with that, then you will have problem. So till this high power thing, whatever it is not connected with the earth, it has no meaning at all. But earth is very different from this dynamic power that is flowing through those wires which are zero, which mean nothing. In the same way, in a woman, the womb of a woman is the Kundalini. Now what is a womb? Now, if that is the Kundalini, that expresses the Kundalini in the gross That means the Mother Earth is also like the womb. Now, what does a womb do? It receives the sperm, which is just a frivolous act of man, or you can say just an aggression, and she then nourishes, looks after it, corrects it, and allows it to grow in not an aggressive way, but in a very compassionate and a sensible way, till it is expelled out of the womb when it is grown up. So the idea of womb is that the expression has to be in such a manner that it does not dominate. It does not dominate the embryo. If it dominates, how can it grow? So it nourishes it and makes it grow. This is what today's Sahaja Yoga is. That now the Mother Earth is the one who is symbolized within you as the Muladhara, as symbolized as the Adi Shakti here, is sitting down before you to nourish you, to make you grow into new personalities, into mature personality. This concept we must understand. So the women of the West must understand that the nonsensical ideas they have taken from men must be completely discarded. They have to become women first. Those women who just start talking like men can never help in Sahaja Yoga. They have to be like this Mother Earth, who allows you to do what you like with her. I mean, you human beings have been so stupid to exploit her to the maximum. Not only that, but also she bears lot of nonsense upon herself. But then a time reaches where she becomes explosive. Then she starts consuming people inside herself. And when she consumes people, then you see the earthquakes and droughts, and this and that, all these things start coming in, and people get engulfed into these problems, which they blame Mother Earth for that. The problems that human beings have created out of aggressive nature, even aggression towards the Mother Earth, they have to pay dividend for that, and they are paying. Now, to stop this kind of a movement of aggressiveness, which brings all kinds of disturbances, one has to recede back and should develop the sense of totality of compassion. Unless and until you understand totality, the total, the complete, the whole, that is the womb. That's your mother. As long as you try to be individualistic, you cannot be a good surgeon. You have to become one with the whole. Now we have to face ourselves for that. Very important it is. Especially in the West, I would say we have to face ourselves very clearly. What are we up to? That's a very important thing. First of all, let us see where is our attention. Ask a question. We have Sahaja Yogis and Sahaja Yogis within our fold, and I am sometimes surprised that even now the attention can be very funny. Like simple thing, like we can have attention on material things. This is mine, this is yours. That I should have my privacy. Then you are gone into the another realm of aggressiveness. If you try to have your own privacy, then you are depriving others of their privacy. It was all right when you were not Sahaj Yogis to have your privacy because you had to grow in your privacy at that time. But after Sahaj Yoga, you have to become one with everyone else. That is very important. Before Sahaj Yoga, you were different, and after Sahaj Yoga, you are different people. The whole concept must change after Sahaj Yoga. That now you have become one with the whole, and to feel that you are one with the whole, you should try to give up all your individualistic attitudes. That's very common now to hear, yes, I like this, I like that. It's very common. I like it. Very common. But doesn't behove a Sahaj Yogi to say such a thing. You see, how can I say that I like something? Think of a mother who has to bear the child, who has to give birth to a child, who has to look after the child, the needs of the child, protect the child, train the child. How can she say, I like this and I like that? Where is the time? To think what you like and what you don't like. I like this food, I like that food. Where is the time? Where is the energy left for that? Where is the attention? The attention is on the upbringing of the child. Now, in the same way, a Sahaj Yogi must know that the child within him is born. The spirit. Spirit is the child which has been born within him. Now he has to nourish through the Kundalini. He has to water it. He has to look after it. It has to make it grow. Now where is the time for other nonsensical things? You have a child in hand. You are all mothers. Looking after your child, that's your spirit. So where do you have time for all these things? What attention should be? What can I do to make this child happy? To make this child grow? To make this child completely manifest myself? The mother replaces herself as soon as the child becomes a mature child. So now in you, the motherhood must take over than the fatherhood. Motherhood towards yourself. The attitude should be like a mother towards the child. How her attention is towards the child. We can see in every day-to-day life how we behave. I have seen people very much interested even now in food. I mean, where is the time? Where is the attention? How can you be so much worried about your food, worried about your sleep, worried about your health, worried about this, that? I mean, here you are to worry about your child, which you have got now with you. And that's why the child is neglected. And sometimes you find the child becomes sick or sometimes goes into a coma or may die away also. So the situation is very different now for Sahaj Yogis, how to treat themselves. Those who are running after still food and all these nonsensical things, I mean, I have seen Sahaj Yogis, all their attention is on food all the time. How dedication can come in a person who is so much dedicated to food habits? Like we have seen, you might have also seen, some of you, Ajanta caves were built. In 10 generations they built Ajanta caves. 10 generations. And they built it in a place where there was not even water available to begin with. And day in and day out, thousands of people, without getting any payment, without getting anything, built it. No food, no question. They used to eat some fruit somewhere here, there, but their dedication gave them power to do it. But this dedication can only be developed if you realize that you have to mother your child. Now, if the mother is ugly, the child will be ugly too. Because it is the mother who is expressed in the child. She doesn't dominate the child, all right, but she definitely can corrupt the image of the child. And that's what exactly happens when we, the Sahajogis, are not bothered as to look after our spirit and our spiritual growth. Even now, I will be surprised, 50% people write letters to me. Mother, I am still possessed. I have worked with lemon and chilies. I am coming to you for this and that. It's very low grade business, I think. Even after so many years, if you are possessed, then I think you should beat yourself every day 108 times. It's a very low grade behavior, I personally think, that after your mother has worked so hard with you, still you are just the same, coming back with the horrible idea of bringing all kinds of problems to your mother. That means you are not looking after your child. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, it's not a child which is an individual child you have to look after. This is one should understand. This is where we miss very much, especially by the intellectuals. They think it is their own child which should be alright. Doesn't matter about others' children. Or doesn't matter if you have connection with others or not. It's very common. Because rationality gives them that sense. Oh, my spirits are alright, my vibrations are alright. So it's alright if I do not go to puja, or if I do not go to any collective thing, or if I do not support in any collective work, or if I do not take any responsibility of Sahaja Yoga. Because once you become collective, you take responsibility. So you are over satisfied with yourself. That is good, that I need not take up any responsibility. All the Sahajogis are bad, or some of them are bad, and nothing to do with them, and this is that and that and that. But in Sahaja Yoga, as it is, the motherhood is universal. Because if you are the nose, say, then somebody is the eye. If you are the ears, somebody is the lips. So, it is essential for you to understand that anybody who is a Sahajogi is in trouble, you are in trouble. It's threat to your growth. It is a threat to your growth because it's the whole that is growing. Of course, those who are absolutely useless will be thrown away gradually. That's what mother does. They can be thrown away absolutely so much far away that they will never return. But you don't have to worry about such people. They will be thrown away. They will be given some chances, some more credits will be given, some graces will be given, but ultimately they will be thrown away. So you don't have to worry. But you must worry about the whole, and you have to take up the responsibility. Those who do not take up the responsibility are not the people who are yet matured. They are child. That's the spirit. Every type of responsibility that you can take, think of what responsibilities you can take. That is why most of us have bad Vishuddhis, because we do not take the responsibilities. And whatever responsibility we do take, we have to be much, much, much more responsible than ordinary government servants are. Sometimes we hear from one ear and throw it away from the same. Don't even allow it to come into the head. So one has to understand that the child is your responsibility. You have to look after the child. And the whole is also your responsibility. Now, how to establish the connection between your spirit, or keep the connection on between the spirit and the womb or the kundali, is the biggest problem that we all face. That our connections are very loose, and that's why this kundalini cannot look after the spirit. I wonder if you have noticed one thing in Sahaja Yoga, that you can maneuver the kundalini but not the spirit. You can raise your hand, the kundalini will move. You can maneuver it. You can give it a bandhan, it will go round and round and round. But what about the spirit? You cannot maneuver it. There is only one mantra to awaken the spirit, in the sense that to please him, you have to say you are the spirit. But you cannot maneuver it. You have to bring in kundalini to look after it. You have to take kundalini there, to the heart, so that this child, which is the little offspring just now, has to be carefully developed and mature. So on both the sides of men or women, we have to understand that if you are a man and if you are a dominating man, it's all right. But if you are a woman and if you are dominating, then it's a difficult thing for Sahaja Yoga to cure, because you have lost your quality of being a woman. At least you have to be a woman to begin with. If you are not even a woman, then what can you do with these third persons who are neither man nor woman? Now the men, when they are dominating, they have to understand that they have to be compassionate. They have to be kind. They have to be considerate, but never subservient. Never subservient. This is, one should understand that you should not be subservient. Now the women, what they have to be, is to be great, large, receptive, receiving and nourishing all that. Now the way husbands are told sometimes in this West, I'm shocked. Like say this, Mr. X, you haven't done this. X, you haven't done that. How have you put this? Do this, do that, do that. This is not a woman's way of doing it. It's absolutely wrong that to do. To tell him to do something. You are becoming a manly. And then we lose completely the power of giving that nourishment of a woman's love, which is the power of a woman, which women don't understand. I'll tell you a simple example. My own granddaughter, she wants to be an air hostess all the time. She said, you must have also thought of being an air hostess. I said, why? What is so great about air hostess? She says, oh, that's the only time you can give food to someone. You see, a natural instinct of a mother, that let me see them eat, you see. They don't eat themselves, they want others to eat. But this is not in the conception of the Western women. I tell you, they can't understand this. Why? I have done this, so why not he does this? It's your privilege to do these things properly, in a proper way. But supposing somebody is a very good mechanic, the woman will also become a mechanic. I'll do the mechanical things. She is not there for doing mechanical work. She is there for the mechanics of the emotions. On the contrary, she just does the other way round. Like a man comes home, she goes on ordering. You have put that right. Why did you spoil my carpet? Why did you do this? Clean it up. Get that thing. Do that. All his mechanics of emotions are finished. Once his mechanics of emotions are finished, he is useless and you are useless as it is. And men also should not do their jobs. Let them do their own jobs. I think this is one of the biggest problems of the West today. That men are neither men and women are not women. I find the qualities so horrid that I don't know how to deal with the mixtures. You must understand this very simple thing in life, that if you are a hybrid stuff, you can't have the quality of a surgeon. Okay? If you mix it up, it's a very funny thing, isn't it? So a woman must try to be a woman and man must try to be a man. Now see what is the situation of a man uh, as a masculine effect on the development of consciousness. So, as a manliness was expressed, we have developed science. We have developed all this knowledge, all these things which are outside. Now everything is ready. Now the woman has to come up. I mean, I'm saying in a very abstract way. Don't think of the women, but you can say the feminine nature has to rise now. Now everything is ready. It has to just spark. All the chakras are ready. Now awaken the Kundalini. Kundalini is as important as the other chakras are. So now awaken the Kundalini. Now Kundalini's behavior and mode of action is very different from the mode of action of the chakras. If the Kundalini becomes the chakras and chakras become the Kundalini, how will you manage Sahaja Yoga? But we must assume our own nature in all dignity and in all pride, not to feel any way low down. Because a man sits on a horse, a woman wants to sit on a horse. What is the need for a woman to sit on a horse? I can't understand. Here all the women are sitting on a horse. They'll become like horses. Already I think half of your royal family looks like horses. Don't they? I think so. Their faces look like horses. See, so there is no need for women to do all the things that men have already done. Say, for example, there's one personality of masculine personality that has to come and do certain job. Now you've done it. Alright, now the another personality has to do this job. Now see the situation of the divine also. Now the whole complication comes in that once a kind of a thing has been done, the another one that comes wants to do the same. Do you follow my point? So the whole energy is completely wasted.
Let's continue on silent meditation. Shri Mataji. Thank you, Mother, for giving us of self-realization. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for giving us the divine love, attention. Give abundant spiritual growth and development of Sahaja Yoga in Uganda. Please, Shri Mataji. You are the Adishak, you are Shri Ganesha. Please remove all obstacles preventing developing Sahaja Yoga Uganda. Thank you. Let's do together protocol. Namaste. Raising our Kundalini to an abundance. Shri Mataji, have a blissful day.
All of you are in my heart. And I love you very much. And I want you people to come as soldiers to fight with me. It's possible with the power of love, with the power